How's it going, everyone? I want to take you guys through the PlayStation Plus offers for Days of Play, which are exactly how I thought they would go, and this is based on me logging in on an account without PlayStation Plus. I do have the Essential offer available. However, it is the lowest percentage discount and honestly fairly mediocre. I think all the PS Plus deals are pretty bad. Maybe the Plus Extra deal, you could argue, is decent if you do want to play some of the back catalog, but we'll go through all of them, and yeah, pretty unfortunate there. And then I will take a look at some of the Days of Play physical deals that I do think are somewhat decent. We'll talk those at the end of this video, but right off the bat, PlayStation Plus was the one deal I think everybody that I was looking at in the comment section, it seemed like that was the deal that a lot of people wanted because they wanted to extend PlayStation Plus Essential. They wanted to just extend their subscription service because they have it running and they find value, mostly in Essential. I think most people just want the online multiplayer and that's it. I've even seen comments of people saying like, why isn't there a tier where it's just online multiplayer and nothing else? Because they don't have that tier because then that would be cheaper than the regular Essential tier, and they're not trying to make it cheaper. They know most of you guys just want online multiplayer. They add in the monthly games to add this value that most people don't take advantage of. But if you are not a Plus Essential subscriber, you can sign up 20% off for a 12-month subscription, and it is still $64. It used to be $60 a year, I want to say, back in the day for a 12-month subscription, but then they upped it to $80 a year, and yeah, you can get it for $64. I will say, if you take advantage of the monthly games and you actually play them, there's absolutely value month to month. I feel like Plus Essential every year, if you actually play the games, and that's the issue. Most people don't actually play any of the games that come out on Plus Essential. They're playing like FIFA, you know, Call of Duty and games like that, and they're subscribed because of the online multiplayer. But if you do look at the games month to month and you play them regularly, you know, you're playing the RoboCops of the world, you're playing the Dragon Age Veilguards, you can absolutely get value out of Plus Essential. But the reality is most people are just not playing those games because they don't have any interest in those games. If you're giving away, whatever, 35, 40 games a year that the subscriber has no interest in, and that's going to be subjective person to person, they're not going to find value in that, and at the end of the day, they're not giving you the extended option. At least from what I can tell, you do not have the option to extend your Essential subscription. Now, you can upgrade your Essential subscription to Extra and Premium if you do want that, but all of this is to ultimately benefit Sony on the back end as far as the subscription services go, because they want you to forget that you upgraded to Extra and then you pay the regular amount going forward, and then all of a sudden you are not the Essential subscriber paying $80 a year. You are the Extra subscriber paying $130, $150 if you're a Premium subscriber. Now, if you have value out of the Extra and Premium benefits, more power to you. But as far as Essential goes, $64, no option to extend from what I can tell. But for new subscribers, it will be $64. Extra! New subscribers will get a 25% off for $101. The regular price is $135. Extra, if you assess it in a vacuum right now for what is offered there, you can still say it's worthwhile. The issue that I have with Extra, and some people cannot comprehend this, is because the price point for Extra went up and the value proposition went down. There is no debating that anymore. Month to month, when you look at the games leaving the service, more often than not, the games leaving the service outweigh the games getting added to the service. Recently, we literally had a month where like 6 games got added to the service and like a ton more, like 11 games left the service. And yeah, it's not just about quantity. Quality has to be assessed as well, but I would say most months, the games leaving the service are way better than the games getting added, and there's always going to be that rotation of titles, but when you're upping the price in the rotation of titles, value side is on the games leaving. That's ridiculous. That should not be the case whatsoever, and that's why I crop on PS Plus Extra, because that's the factor that a lot of people don't talk about. And on top of that, you've got Sony out here pulling their own first-party games from Plus Extra, Infamous Second Son, Horizon, so on and so forth, but I digress. $101 for that, and then Premium, what I would argue the biggest pile of trash subscription service. You know, if you take advantage of game streaming, that's one thing, but it's $107. So the thing is, you save 33% off versus the 25% off on Extra. So you're only paying $6 more for the Premium subscription service. So I think a lot of people are going to end up going this route. It's just, if you forget to cancel it, you'll be paying $160 a year, which I just think is a scam. Like, I think PS
premium is so bad, and this is another one you should provide context. I should provide context, I should say, where literally recently they eliminated all of the PSVR 2 titles, or a lot of the PSVR 2 titles, and more titles, and they gave you like Battle Station Aquila in return. Whatever that guy, look, I'm not trying to crap on Battle Station Aquila, it's not their fault, but it's just like, bro, PlayStation, come on. When we heard about the Classics catalog being a thing, I was like, man, there's so much potential here. Dissidia Final Fantasy, Ratchet and Clank, I can go on and on, the gamut of PS2 and PS1 games that could be added. The sky would be the limit, and obviously you would have to work with third-party publishers, and you would have to work with licensing issues would be there, and, you know, that'll just prevent some games from going on, like Gran Turismo, but there's still so many options. And what have we gotten? Yeah, a couple of good games here and there, Legend of Dragoon, Resistance Retribution, but for $160 a year, absolute scam. Game trials, okay, bro, 4-hour Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 trials that'll get you through the introduction of the game and barely have you in the heart of the game. Whoa, dude, that's so insane, but it's just like, man, these deals are super mediocre in the sense that most people just want Essential. Most people just want to extend their Essential subscription, and again, look at it from the lens of the most loyal PlayStation fans are the ones that are being taken advantage of the most. Days of Play is to celebrate PlayStation as a platform, and yet the Essential subscribers that may have been subscribed for so long cannot extend their subscription. What about the people that have been subscribed to Premium for so long? There's no offer available to them to extend their subscription at a discount. It's only if you upgrade, and ultimately on the back end, it's so Sony will get more money out of those people year over year, and they're not actually benefiting the people that have been the long-time subscribers, which I think is crazy. You know what, I could go on a rant forever, but it is what it is. It just sucks to see how PlayStation Plus has been handled, and that's one area where when I do complain about PlayStation, it seems like 90-95% of people are in agreement that the PlayStation Plus offers and the games getting added. Essential games, I will say, are usually pretty good relative to what you are paying, but it comes down to most people are Essential subscribers for online multiplayer, and they don't even play the games getting added, and online multiplayer is the reason that Essential sells so much. In the case of Extra, again, price points going up, value proposition going down, and I will put that in line with Premium as well. And the Premium aspect to it is just so much disappointing because there was so much potential in Plus Premium, and that potential has just not been realized. And how long has it been? Has it been 3 years? Yes, Stray came out in July of 2022, I want to say, or August of 2022, so it's been damn near 3 years. And this is what Plus Premium has to show for it. It's trash. It's trash. I cannot say it any other way, but those are the offers, and yeah, that'll do it for that. All right, let's look at some decent deals. The PS5 Pro is readily available. This is available everywhere. Amazon's got it for $650. Look, the games that are going to accentuate the PlayStation 5 Pro, they are coming out, and they're coming out in a big way. Death Stranding 2, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which I don't actually know the Pro specifications on that, but I'm sure that game will be upgraded. Gears of War Reloaded, confirmed. Forza Horizon 5 just came out. Indiana Jones, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto. Like, now's a pretty decent time to pick up the PS5 Pro. On top of that, you don't know how the whole tariff situation is going to be handled come August when everything comes into play, and hopefully no price increases or anything like that, but keep in mind, this is for people with disposable income. At this point, you know if the Pro is never going to be in your wheelhouse. If you have a base PS5, the games run pretty damn well on there. There are some upgrades like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that I just think are outstanding. But a lot of you guys just will never pick up a Pro, and that's totally fine, because let's be honest, if you're picking up a Pro, you're buying it for this 2 to 3 year window you've got left until the PlayStation 6 comes out. And is a $650 investment for a 2 to 3 year window worth it? For some people, it absolutely will be. For people that want to play GTA, Ghost of Yotei, Marvel's Wolverine, Intergalactic, these games coming out at their premiere settings for a console that's available right now. Because you know PlayStation's going to remaster all those games anyway, but for a console that's available on release date of those games, you know, there's going to be value for the Pro for some people. The lack of a disc drive is whack, but you know, I think there is a lot of power to this console, and playing games like FF7 Rebirth on it was wild. How well that game ran and looked. It was pretty tremendous. PSSR is great technology, and
Now the rumblings of PSSR being implemented into older titles as well. There's a lot of potential there, but yeah, $650 for that. And then you do have the PlayStation titles discounted. Some of these not even discounted on the PlayStation Store. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered not on sale on the PlayStation Store is $30, and I think that's a pretty good buy. I loved HZD. I think it's a great game, and the remaster is actually fantastic, so definitely would recommend that. Astrobot, $10 off, $50 on that. Until Dawn, definitely want to recommend that at $40. God of War Ragnarok, $30. Helldivers 2, $30. Forbidden West Complete Edition, which all the content is on discs, so shout out to Guerrilla Games for that. $40 on that. Stellar Blade is not discounted. Last of Us Part 1, $30. Returnal, $30. And yes, Last of Us Part 2 is $30 as well. $10 cheaper than the PSN deal offer. So, yeah, those are the deals available as far as that's concerned. And then the DualSense controllers are some of the best pickups as well. $55 a pop on a lot of them. Some of the variations on the colors are $60, but those are really good deals as well, getting the DualSense controllers a little bit cheaper. But that'll do it for me. Again, I know I go a little bit unhinged when we talk about PlayStation Plus, but that's because this deserves to get called out. It is so bad, and Days of Play, not even that many notable titles are getting added. Like, bro, you're adding Destiny 2 and, like, Skull and Bones for Days of Play? Like, what are we doing here? Come on, Sony, we can do better than that, especially to celebrate Days of Play. It's unfortunate, and I get it. You know, Days of Play is just a meme. To a lot of people, it's just, you know, a couple weeks of deals. It's not that big of a deal, but, you know, Sony, if you want to hype it up, do a little bit more with your Plus offers. Do a little bit more with your catalog updates. It doesn't take that much, and you got money hand over fist. I know Concord was a big L, but y'all got money hand over fist. You can do a little bit better. PS5 Pro, $650. Again, for the audience that's gonna be into it and they want to play those games in the premiere way, I do think it's a decent pickup. And you know, if you want to compare it to PC gaming, you're not building a PC for $600 that's gonna do this, or $650 or whatever. You're just not. But you know, PC gaming has other benefits. I totally get that. You're not paying to play online, so you know, it's a catch-22 as far as that's concerned. But $650 on that. Some decent first-party deals, definitely. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, Demon Souls, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 2 even. Some good stuff there, and the DualSense controllers I think are quite good as well. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.